This is the ultimate guide to our newest legendary Pokemon, Ho-Oh. Inside this guide, I'm going to tell you the best moves, the best items. I'm going to show you a couple matches with each move set, and I'm going to give you everything you need to know to dominate with this Pokemon on Eos Island. Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw. Okay, so the first thing I just want to talk about is your early moves. Tailwind is your secure move. You're going to use this very effectively when a Pokemon is about there in HP. Tailwind will give you that secure. It actually is even better than that. You can get them a little higher, but in general, when you move towards the enemy's goal, if you're stacking, which works pretty well on Ho-Oh, you're going to take these opportunities to kind of, harass them at the goal. You'll go and score your 4 points, start getting your stacks in, and then once it gets to a little under half, you'll be able to have a pretty solid secure here. So like right there, you're about ready for a secure. You can get it a little lower, obviously, but this is going to be your strategy for fighting them here. You also can use this to where you're able to get the secure and then use your tailwind to get out of there. So if they don't actually push towards you, you can hold your tailwind and safeguard to make sure that you can make it away from the fight either way. Safeguard is great for that because once the enemy hits you, your safeguard activates right there. You get that burst of move speed, or you can use tailwind to kind of like pull out of this situation. So you're fighting them, you're on goal, multiple enemies show up, you tailwind, you walk away. You also could use your X speed if you're running it to get out of there. You have so much HP, you're really difficult to deal with. And again, you've got pretty good secure in your tailwind. So this is like what your early game looks like, is just getting those big secures. Now, your first choice is going to be between Flamethrower, Sky Attack. I want to talk to you about the better move, Sky Attack. Sky Attack is really fast and actually does pretty good burst damage. Depending on how you line it up, you could set up some really annoying situations for your enemies to fight in. Your boosted attack also works as a strong secure in these moments, but if you see some farm like that, you dash in super fast to pick up massive last hits on things, all the while just continuing to put pressure on your opponents or setting up situations they don't want to fight in. So if they want to push you towards this goal, it's easy enough to just kind of like hang out near that goal zone and create this big area effect where they can't score easily, they don't want to fight, easily inside this area. It's really, really strong and really, really fast. Sky Attack is actually, I think, the surprising winner of this entire Pokemon. I was shocked at how good it was coming into the game and how much I like it. It's really solid. Now, of course, if you're chasing your opponents down as well, you can hit them and just stop Sky Attack midway through and start dealing some damage. This also combos very well with the next best move, or maybe the other best move, depending on how you look at it, the best move for move 2, and that is Fire Spin. Fire Spin deals an incredible amount of damage, slows enemies, and now, especially now that the bug is fixed on it, and you don't get this weird thing where the damage doesn't burst, this is just truly one of the best things about this Pokemon's kit, and it really feels like more of a defender choice rather than Flamethrower, which is cool, and we'll talk about here in a minute, but Fire Spin redirects damage from allies, it creates a huge shield, it makes you unstoppable, it slows enemies, it's just incredibly busted. I oftentimes will find myself pulling back with my team. So let's say my team's back here, and then I will move back to them and get ready for a fight here. If they move in, we start our Fire Spin. And then the other option, of course, is there's enemies fighting, we've got our allies behind me, and I want to set up like a good area for us to fight in and disrupt them. You dive in, Fire Spin right midway through, right when you're on the enemies, soak up tons of damage with the shield, slow them, and then burst them down with a huge amount of damage. Fire Spin is also your best last hitting tool. So Sky Attack deals some okay damage for a decent last hit, but Fire Spin is really where it's at. It has the largest burst on your kit, so if you're around an objective and it's getting kind of low, the nice thing is it makes you unstoppable as well, right? So you're near something, you can kind of start charging up, and then when it gets low enough, you can look for that big time secure on an objective. I feel like I've said big time a lot. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. Your next moveset is Fly Flamethrower. Fly gives you 3 boosted attacks, whether you're flying or not. So even if you land, you still get the 3 boosteds. Your boosteds give you a ton of HP recovery. This is probably my favorite part about Fly, is that you're able to just give yourself that nice HP recovery. You also get some move speed, and it combos with Flamethrower. You sort of set this up to be this really annoying force near the enemies, and then once your Fly is done and you've used your Flamethrower, you then land on them with the extra Fly damage, which is a little bit, not super considerable, and then you hit them with your boosteds. The way I like to see this build is I like to imagine that this build is sort of more of a debuff disruptor that you're using on your enemies. When they are burned with this flamethrower damage, they lose attack and special attack. So they get a reduction in that. So you're kind of using this less as a, like, defending your allies using a big shield or something like that, and you're using it more to disrupt the entire enemy team as much as possible while being super, super annoying because you have multiple ways to essentially like recover your own HP. So it's really hard for enemies to deal with you. You also can make really annoying plays like this where you're above the environment and the enemies that are melee have a hard time reaching you. You see the recovery I have just hitting this Gudra here with Flamethrower. You're spending a lot of your time just doing this, being super annoying, putting your enemies in positions where they really don't want to fight you, but they're also sort of compelled to because you're doing so much sustained damage and being super, super annoying. You can play either of these builds as a carry, but Ho-Oh really succeeds when you're playing this Pokemon as sort of the support defender that it was meant to be. When you're doing that, it's actually really, really amazing. The biggest part about this Pokemon is its Unite move, which I can't show you in this practice area, but you're going to see it in these games. I highly recommend for its Unite, do not wait until your entire team is KO'd. This is the big, like, one of the big turning points for me in understanding how to make Ho-Oh really sing, is understanding that you want to use your Unite somewhat early in the fight. You actually kind of want to use your Unite when 1 or 2 allies have gone down, because at that point, it's not really curtains for your team, and the enemies aren't positioned to just kind of stomp them immediately. What I've noticed works really well is you'll be heading into a big fight, and your carry, your Mimikyu goes down. The enemies now kind of walk away from it for a sec and start to deal with something else. You then use your Unite move, bring back that strong carry when it's not directly in the line of fire for your enemies, and then they're able to move in and start doing big damage. Now, of course, if you're able to revive 4 allies, by all means, give it a shot, right? But in general, I think you want to be using your Unite move earlier rather than later, and it's going to set up huge wins for you and your team. For held items, I think there are kind of 2 ways you can go. You can double stack weakness. This is going to give you an insane amount of HP to sustain yourself in fights and some extra damage on all of your moves. You can use this with either moveset and it works pretty dang well. The next option is playing yourself as something pretty sustain heavy without having to stack and using a curse bangle to apply curse damage. I like this most when I'm playing the fly flamethrower build. That way I'm just able to not only debuff my enemies' stats, right, but I'm also able to lower the amount of HP recovery they get, just leaning more heavily into this disruptor role while at the same time giving my allies Resonant Guard. I think that's very, very solid. Another item that I don't think should be overlooked on Ho-Oh, of course, is EXP share. Your level 13 is cool and all, but you actually don't need it to be a huge benefit to your team. EXP share will help your lane partner level up to 5 way faster, and it will take away farming as being a necessity for you. Farming is not that fun with Ho-Oh. It's not the funnest thing to go around the map looking for tons of experience. So I've actually had great games with EXP share, and I think Ho-Oh wears it better than most. For boost emblems, I have been running this. 6 white, 6 brown, 2 blue. A lot of extra HP. You lose critical hit, but you're not critically hitting. You get a little extra move speed and a little extra attack. I found this to be very good on Ho-Oh. Hey, and what are the odds? We got a Ho-Oh emblem on there. It's almost like they knew. Now, what I'm going to show you here are 2 master rank games running Ho-Oh. One is going to be Fire Spin Sky Attack. I think this is the better Ho-Oh build. And then the second one is going to be Fly Flamethrower. Really fun, really disruptive. Definitely has a place, but I don't think as good. Let's go. Nice play by Greninja right there. Smart. This is risky. I don't think we got any of that, unfortunately.
We're kind of putting all the damage on them, but there was no way we were going to be able to get them there. Looks like top's going well for the enemy team. Get your XP, my prince. Trying to get you evolved, dude. That was fast. Do we still have a Charmander? What? Okay. Oh boy. Okay, what do we got? 16 and 30? Good scores. Not bad. They're not on Regieleki yet. Ooh, we got a hype train going. What's up, Icehawk? Thank you, buddy. Good Guardian Knight right there. Just the steady heal over time is so powerful on this thing. Can only bring one back. It's all the AOS energy I got. I got the wrong one too. I got the Wiggly. Would have loved to bring the Guardy back. Why do you never use Flamethrower Fly? It's not as good. And I like Sky Attack. I use it every once in a while, but I mostly play this. It's just better. And Sky Attack's really fun. Ooh, Greninja, you're crazy, dude.
Hey, this is the midway point of the video where I want to let you know you're not a ho-oh. You're a oh-ho, which I think is worse.
What are you doing? Why are you all alone? Do you not see the team fighting? You don't like how the moves are cancelable? Yeah, but it kind of makes it fair, right? If there was no way to stop it, it'd be pretty ridiculous. What's the best char build right now? I think it depends on the enemy team. It's very team dependent, I'd say. Because there are just some teams you can't run Flare Blitz into, and then there are other teams where Flare Blitz is like so dang good. So for me, it depends on what my enemies are running. And Fire Punch as well. Like Fire Punch is really good, but there are teams like you don't want to play Fire Punch into because you're just not going to be able to get any traction with it, you know? Bonk. You wish Flamethrower was not cancelable. It is weird being, like, the move being cancelable. It's true. Why does Fire Spin cancel itself? Well, it's because you take enough damage where it breaks. You have a shield, and if that shield breaks, it stops. At level 13, you'll still have the explosion even if the shield breaks. But before then, it'll just break your shield, and it's done. It's a bug? No, it's not. What are we doing? That's not even gonna spawn. Why? What are we doing? Yeah, let's retreat. I mean, nobody showed up. What are we doing? Why are we all just kind of up there? There's nothing up there. Good job, Greninja. Come on back, Char. You unite this time, buddy. There we go. Like right there. Our team actually fights at Ray. Then I can be really useful, right? My Unite move changed the entire game. I bring back Charizard who didn't get to Unite, and we win. But if my team doesn't decide to fight at Ray, they just decide to do silly stuff. They go, like, two of them run to back cap, and, like, one of them kind of fights, but doesn't really, and they, like, everybody splits, then my Unite move becomes useless, so... Just that interesting sort of... The interesting thing that happens with Ho-Oh. It's almost bizarre. It's the better your team is, the better Ho-Oh is. The worse your team is, the worse Ho-Oh is. You know? It's kind of a weird Pokemon in that respect. Jake looks like he hates Sonic and loves Del Taco. I roll with them both. What are you talking about? You're out of your mind if you don't roll with both Sonic and Del Taco. I thought you were going to start talking about Sonic the Hedgehog. Haas, thank you so much for the 3 months, buddy. Figured out how to prime sub. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take Ho-Oh to the bottom path here. Looks like we got Hoopa with us. A Hoopa named I'm Sorry. You're forgiven. You're forgiven early, Hoopa. All right, let's go try to... see if we could score here or even just steal some farm on the other side. Cerulege is here. We're not stacking, but it's a good way to get some experience early. Nice little secure there. And we're going to peel back using Safeguard right now. I can try to steal this. Got it. Nice. So we're going to try to take as much of that as we can from our opponents, obviously. And if we can score, you know, that'll just give us more XP. So we'll be able to get our level 5 even faster. They're getting a little aggressive towards us here. I'm going to try to back off. Maybe if our jungler's coming. He was kind of spinning for a second there. All right, we got our Flamethrower. So now we can really get up in their faces when they come in for a fight. And that extra, you know, reduction in healing is going to help us on this goal zone here too. Good fight for the squad, and now we can clean up some of this experience we never got to because we were on their side of the map the whole time. Fortunate for us. Our jungler is hanging out here, which means we may become the jungler. It looks like they're staying, so I'm going to head into the center. I'm not sure what pace they did their experience at, like when they would have gotten their blue. I'm going to try to get red here. Showing up for our center birds. And now we've got fly unlocked. Hoopa's following me, which I kind of don't mind, but I just wish it had EXP share, right? Because now it's like just kind of taking experience from me, even though I think it's trying to be helpful. Ooh, we got their Greninja coming in and their Gengar. Still a level 4. Trying to create a zone they don't really want to fight in. Hopefully our Machamp kind of jumps in. There you go, buddy. Good job. Just gonna take that Hoopa Phantom Force back, get myself some healing. Ooh, Machamp's in trouble. He gets a stack, but I can't get him out of there. Close. Greninja's coming in now. We have really solid healing. We're almost 9. There we go. Got Gren. Ceruledge. Moving towards Gengar now. I think I'm going to have to take this goal before I try to take this objective, because I have horrible Rip and Secure, right, as Ho-Oh. So, let's see what we can do here with Regice. Taking the long road back home. Gren and Ceruledge are now here. We're going to have to fight them. In a really long, sustained fight, I think this Gren is going to get us here. We just don't have enough damage. And he's got a Unite move now, too. Our team won top, which makes sense. We're dealing with the jungler bottom, right? Even though we kind of became the jungler, as happens in games a lot of the time. For whatever reason, junglers hate doing jungle. It's just the way it goes. Okay, I'm going to bring back my Hoopa. There we go. See if we can take this objective now, maybe. I think Greninja will get back in time, unfortunately, but we're going to try our best here. Again, we don't have great Rip with this Pokemon. Like, we slowly kind of mess up something, but we really need someone with us, helping us here. Yeah, Gren's back again. Gengar gets it. It was bound to happen at some point. Like, we've been fighting 3 of them for a long time here, and we're really trying, but we just don't have the damage. Hey, Mewtwo coming in with a Unite move. I wonder what made him want to do that. Is he around? Oh, he's top. He's getting hit. I'm trying to out-damage an Umbreon healing itself. I don't know if it'll ever happen. Barely got it there. Barely got it. Oh, my champion, my buddy. You're crazy. I'm going to try to slow him down, though, pal. Let's get out of here, guys. This fight's... Oh, okay. Hoopa Unite. Ninja Unite. It's a rough fight for us. I'm going to try to get as many as I can with a Flamethrower.
but this is a bad fight. Hey, that guy's name is Flamethrower. I've got Flamethrower. He's Flamethrower, too. We just gotta back up here. This is going on forever. Like, we're using Curse. We're lowering the heals here, but still, this is just... It's forever, guys. Bring him back, but... I don't think we got much of a chance here. This Gudra is lasting forever, too. Alright, Gudra. I'm sorry, buddy, but it's kind of over, pal. I can't help you anymore, I don't think. This fight's going on for days. Can we just retreat, please? Please, guys! Dang, that's a really late Mewtwo Unite. 230. Oof. They're chasing me pretty hard here. I'm gonna have to let Gudra fight him for a sec. Mewtwo's just dealing with this Metagross top. We're kind of... Oh, that's a really late Hoopa Unite. Oh no, like it's... Oh no. It's a really bad one, unfortunately, but okay. Let's go center, guys. I gotta get some experience here. Try to charge my Unite real quick. Dang, we lost Hoopa and Machamp. Gudra's up, Mewtwo's down. I might be able to... I think I'm going to have to try to bring back Gudra just because he's been surviving so long. Come on back, buddy. Trying to disrupt him as best I can here. Oh no, he doesn't know! He doesn't know! Welcome back! Good thing you're tanky, my guy. Holy. Okay, let's get center. Right here, guys. Oh no, Gudra left. Machamp's not hitting it. Oh! Okay! Okay. Well, we knew that match was gonna be weird. Alright, okay. Okay. Now, obviously there we did 84k damage. We healed for 60. We took 60, 10 KOs, 9 knockouts there. A bit of a wild game, which is what we would expect. Like, our Mewtwo didn't do any damage. Their Gengar didn't do any damage. Their Greninja did 150,000 damage. So, kind of a wild one there. But there's a good example of what Fly Flamethrower can do. Obviously, if your allies are kind of working with you a little bit more, you can get more done in moments like that. So there you have it, just about everything you need to know to start dominating with Ho-Oh. I hope you enjoyed this ultimate guide. More coming soon. If there's a Pokemon you'd like to see, let me know what that would be in the comments. Aloha. We did it.